Good afternoon. My name is Amanda Anderson and I'm with Cornerstone Bank. I've been here going on 4 years. I'm a head teller and a loan processor. Working here has given me an inside view of the world of credit. I'm sure you've all heard the saying, don't judge a book by its cover. Our whole lives we're taught to not judge somebody before we really get to know them. That is not the case in the credit world. You can be the nicest person on the planet, but if your credit report is less than desirable, you're not getting that loan. Some of our key points today are: what is credit? Who looks at credit? How do we establish it? How do we maintain good credit? How do we protect it? And how does my credit affect my interest rates? Simply put, credit is the ability to obtain goods and services based on trust that the payment will be made in the future. Typically, collateral is required to get a loan. Credit is based on your score and your credit report. Your credit score is a number system that grades your credit worthiness. Good reviews equal higher credit, bad reviews equal lower credit. Bad reviews could be late payments, maxed out credit cards, or opening several new accounts. Good reviews are making your payments on time 100% of the time, not using more than half of your credit limit, keeping accounts open as long as possible. Your credit report, on the other hand, is a detailed summary of your credit history. It'll include companies that have extended you loans, credit limits, loan amounts, payment history, bankruptcies, collections, foreclosures, or lawsuits. There are several reasons that someone could pull your credit. One of these would include, obviously, applying for a loan for a vehicle, a home, to start a business, or even a vacation or a wedding. Others you might not think about are when you apply to rent an apartment or a house. Potential landlords could pull your credit. I've seen ads that say credit score of less than 650 need not apply. Good credit equals people with jobs and people that pay their rent. There's also times that utility companies will pull your credit. If your score is high enough, they may forego charging a deposit, and it's always nice to keep that little bit of extra cash in your pocket. To get a job, potential employers could pull your credit. When I applied at the bank, they did a credit check. This is because people with good credit are generally people that take pride in their work, people that are reliable, they make responsible decisions, and they're organized. I thought my phone fell over. Now that we know why good credit is important, let's take a look at some of the options for establishing it. The first option could be a secured credit card. This is a credit card that's backed by a cash deposit. Your limit's usually the same as the deposit, and they're meant to be used short term just to build your credit enough to qualify for an unsecured credit card. And please take note that the deposit on the credit card is not to be used in place of a payment. Late payments are still reported, and if you have late payments, they will keep your deposit. A credit builder loan is a good idea. These loans are money that the borrower holds in an account. These loans are money that is borrowed to you that the lender holds in an account until the loan is repaid. It's kind of like a forced savings program. And a third option could be a cosigner. This is a person that is on the hook if you don't pay though, so it affects both persons' credit scores. Remember to build your credit with good habits. It takes time to build, but it can take no time at all to be ruined. Establishing and maintaining good credit are only part of your responsibilities. You also have to protect it. Thieves love a person with good credit. First and foremost, don't ever give out your information, especially to incoming calls. I've personally had calls from people claiming to be from Publishers Clearinghouse, wanting my information, saying that I've won. You guys know this, people with the big checks, right? I was told also another time that I was going to be arrested for back taxes. They wanted my social security number. I was told that my social security number is going to be suspended due to fraudulent activity. They're all scams. These people will never call you and ask for your information. It's also a good idea to put a freeze on your credit. This ensures that no new accounts can be opened and that no inquiries can be made on your credit. You would have to call, give a password or a PIN, and thaw your credit. This is a free service offered by all 3 credit bureaus. Also, you should probably run an annual credit report. You can do this once per year, and it helps you monitor the activity on your credit report, and it's also a free service. Now that we've covered establishing, maintaining, and protecting your credit, let's take a look at how your scores can affect you. We've got John and Mary here, and each one of them wants to purchase a house for $100,000. John's credit score is 650, and Mary's credit score is 735. Hypothetically, this is what their situations could look like. Purchase price of $100,000 for each on a 30-year mortgage for each of them. John's interest rate is going to be 6%, and Mary's is going to be 5.5%. 0.5% doesn't seem like a whole lot of difference. John's monthly payment will be $600, and Mary's will be $568. That's only a difference of $32 per month. Again, doesn't sound like a big deal. At the end, John's going to pay a total of $216,000, and Mary's going to pay a total of $204,000. That's $11,520 difference. One more example, Rockin' Robbie, he's got Rockstar Credit. His credit score is a 790. Purchases the same house, $100,000 on a 30-year term, and his interest rate is 5%. That's only 1% less than John. His payment's $537 a month. In the end, he's going to pay $193,000, which is $22,680 less than John. I don't know about you, but I could do a whole lot with that kind of money. I hope by now you're all thinking that you've got this. You'll never be turned down for a loan due to bad credit because you know how to establish, maintain, and protect it. Having good credit is essential to success in your adult life. So when you leave here today, I want you to do a few things. I want you to run a free credit report. As you recall, you can do this once per year, and I have handouts that have the free annual credit report website that we like to use at the bank. Put a freeze on your credit, and please, put the passwords in a safe place that is not in your phone. A file cabinet or a safe is an ideal place. And finally, talk to your parents. They have a lot of good ideas on how to build your credit. If there's any questions, feel free to call me at the bank at any time. We're 100% here to help.